It's the NFL on EA Sports. This one features Kareem Hunt. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Chargers and the Seahawks, and it comes your way next.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Chargers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD, you look at our quarterback matchup in this ball game, that's where the focus naturally gravitates, and I think we have a fairly interesting one here.
And I think for me, and this isn't an original thought by any stretch, and probably for these two head coaches as well, the key for them is going to be limiting the turnovers, limiting the free possessions. I mean, this isn't saying anything you don't already know, but you've got to be able to make the most out of your drives and see if your defense can help you out and take the ball away from the other team and give you a few extras.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the ninth-year QB out of Eastern Illinois, author of 2 magical playoff runs in the last 3 seasons, Jimmy Garoppolo.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Right away, here's Garoppolo to throw it. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Garoppolo. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Swings this out for Hunt. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. And they're led out by their quarterback from Newport Beach, State in California, played at USC. It's Matt Barkley.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now Barkley. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie. This is Travion Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Anthony Walker up behind the line and finishing that play. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Barkley. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. Charles, that's a route that you and I have seen time and time again in our years up in this booth, and that executed well and a great throw, too.
And sometimes, even if you know it's coming, the execution will trump whatever you do on the defensive side of the ball. Plus, it's a well-thrown football. A nice, healthy gain right there.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 20 carries, 75 yards.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go with Williams. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. I like that call. I'm assuming you're with me.
I am. I'm totally with you. And to me, they saw something that they liked there. Because, let's face it, it's going to be a massive body. But it feels like the head coach has said, my best runner over my best blocker, give it to me right now.
And you only needed 1 yard where they were on the other side of the field. Seems like a no-brainer.
If we can't get 1 yard, what are we doing out here?
Well, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it to Williams. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Barkley, this is caught. Touchdown. Jahan Dotson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. The Chargers at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw taken in by London. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there at 22.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. To throw is Garoppolo. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams. 26 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech. But I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet. But we are at 500, and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
An extra quarterback now in the game for the Chargers here on third.
Barkley looking to throw.
Flush. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
7-7, our score after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Throwing is Barkley.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Barkley. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Here's Barkley to throw.
And the grab by Croft. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
On On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Charger offense making their way back out there.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Garoppolo now. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covering. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Barkley, and pressure coming, and they got him once again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now.
Barkley.
Dancing to his left. This is intercepted.
Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Chargers are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. On 2nd and 7, Barkley. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old, reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Looking to throw. Barkley. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Barkley. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And he'll be brought down just shy of 40. From the 41, Barkley. His throw incomplete. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw again.
Right side to Williams. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Barkley.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On 1st down, Barkley. Over the middle, he
put it on the carpet, a fumble, and picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this successful, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And they work this out past the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his hand. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo.
He's got Ayuk once again.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
6 yards left on second down.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 32 on the play.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo got his man. It's Williams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. They'll find Everett there, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw is Garoppolo. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Chargers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half.
And what What do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
To throw again on second down. Barkley, and he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Throwing is Barkley. This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. First down now with that clock rolling.
Barkley looking to throw.
Finding Williams once more, complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Here's Barkley to throw.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. A final shot before break. Barkley. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half, and they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that, second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's Barkley.
Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Looking to throw again on second down. Barkley.
That's taken in by Higgins.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 44-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Barkley. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Barkley. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
So here are the Chargers to take over. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Forced out to his left, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Garoppolo. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo.
Swings this out for Hunt.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Yannick Ngakoue with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
This offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Barkley. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Barkley. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short game.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Seattle. And taken right at the 35. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Patrick Owasor leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown down right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Dobbins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's Andy Lee now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Got his man, it's London. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Throwing now is Garoppolo to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Garoppolo on first down. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. This offense so far on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, Barkley. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. That is caught. It's Williams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Garoppolo. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They run right side with Hunt. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Kareem Hunt with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the fourth quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Now Myers for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now they go for it on 4th, but they're this one's going to wind up incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
A carry here for Hunt. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. On second down, right back to Hunt. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. On third down, here's Hunt. Oh, nice move. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 89 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. On play action, now Garoppolo. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Credit the sack there to Arden Key.
Tackled back at the 28-yard line.
After the sack on first down, Garoppolo. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
And out now come the Seahawks. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up second down.
Barkley looking to throw. They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Going to be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
So the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Here's Barkley to throw. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Here's Andy Lee now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Let's take it inside his own 40.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards.
And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run again with Hunt. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he gets it down to the 32. 105 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll run with Hunt. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front have been a lot of space. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So for the Chargers, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.